Good morning, everyone. Live morning update, February 7th. It's Wednesday, 2024. We are going to go over the FX with Terry, free signals group, trades. We're also going to go over the premium trades. We're going to go over the full auto trade trades. I do this every Monday through Friday, every morning, Monday through Friday. Just getting my first cup of coffee, so hang in. I can't even talk this morning. This is the first words that came out of my mouth this morning. We're going to go over these particular trades. We're going to see what the market's been doing, and then I'm going to spend some time this morning going over the basics of Forex trading as you need to know them for what we do. Interestingly enough, there's a lot you don't need to know. I've got a lot of messages from people that say, I'm brand new to this. Please, point me in the right direction to learn Forex trading. I'm telling you right now, you can spend years learning it because the industry and the people involved will take you down some sort of path to trade what is called a strategy. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is the non-strategy strategy. We don't have a strategy because it's all a bunch of bullshit. So I'll get into that at the end of the live stream here. But again, I broadcast this live on YouTube every morning, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time, United States, and I would expect that anybody that finds this, that wants to have a profitable trade after trade after trade in their account, will start out with my free signals, realize they all win, want more volume, go to the premium signals, and or just go right to the top. Full auto trading system. All of my no loss Forex trades go directly to your MT4, MT5 account. I will share the screen here and we'll get right into it. I am sharing with you the free signals trade. We closed one yesterday. We'll take a look at that. We're in this trade here, and in fact, we're in the blue this morning. So I'll give you that. And it's been going back and forth. When I say in the blue, if you look at the top here, let me activate my pen. If you look at the top here, so we're about $5-6 in profit. And that just means it's heading in our direction like it always does. Sometimes it goes a little farther against us. But especially in the free signals area, I've got some slow-moving pairs, some stable pairs. And if you're new, you get a real good feel for how this system works. Now, the reason I open each trade up, is to show you that, yes, this is really live and that you could see the comment here, FX with Terry, signals free. That's what this account is. Now, if I go to history, there is no history overnight. Here I'm on the, in fact, we can kind of do this as I go here. I just clicked the day function, excuse me, in history. I'll lose my voice already this morning. Not used to talking so much in the morning. I'm like this very private person. I don't talk to anybody. I do my own thing. And I think about it also, like, I don't know about you, but I'm cranky as hell in the morning. Like, you don't want to talk to me in the morning. Although, I can talk to you. You don't want to talk to me. Probably only if you're in my presence. But nonetheless, that is the day. But for the week, you can see here, I sorted this by the week at the top. And we are 155.95 closed for the week. When I say for the week, MetaTrader 4 app here, it just looks back 7 days. So if it's Wednesday here, it's still counting a couple days from last week. But the last 7 days worth of trading. And, that's a good reference. If I click the month at the top, I'm going to click the month right now. And we're at $469.73 profit. This is from the signals account. I have to say this every time because some people are like, well, $469 for the month, that's not very much. It's not the point. The point is all my trades are sent out at a .10 lot size. If we increase the lot size than we do. It's 0.02, so on and so forth. So we look at that 0.10 lot size as a multiply factor. Meaning, if I go into NZD CAD buy at 0.10, and then I send you an NZD CAD buy at 0.20 in the same sequence, you should double your bid from what it originally was. That also gives you the idea that you got to plan for that. We could have trades that go into more trades on a currency pair. We could go deeper on a currency pair. You got to plan for the fact that your bidding is not outrageous on the first trade, so you can increase it a little bit later. That's just smart trading. In fact, everything I'm telling you here is exactly what I'm going to go over at the end. I'll try to go over some different stuff, but there's not a lot you really need to, if you're using this, there's not a lot you really need to learn about Forex trading, but we'll get into a few of those things that could make it make a little bit more sense. So that is the free signals. I'm going to come back here, and what I will do is I will go on pause, and I'm going to pull up the next account. I got to go through my account list here. What we're going to do is we're going to look at premium signals. So this is the upgraded signals inside of my group. Just need to pull up the account, 843. Here it is. And although I'm not going to reveal all of the premium trades we're in, I'll tell you real quick here. I'll count. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades are open right now. That's 11 total trades, not 11 currency pairs. I'm actually trading 10 currency pairs total inside of premium. And we're about a $220 drawdown if you've taken every trade at $1. Okay. Most accounts, to be straight with you, could handle that. You could probably even handle that on maybe a couple $1,000 account. And we will spend some time, if I remember today, talking about what kind of account you can have, what size of account, things like that. So let me go to the history and share it with you. So we have no history, no closed trades in the premium section overnight. However, I know there were a decent amount yesterday. So let me click let me erase this. Let me click the week at the top here. And you'll see closed trades doing really well. You can see premiums closing more than the free signals. $746.49. Again, that's a reference. If you bid more, you'd make more. If you bid less, you make less. If your account is more, you can bid more. If your account is less, you bid less. We'll talk about some references there. I will tell you this, before I get into any sort of training and stuff on Forex, this is about my particular system and paying attention to it. Your best place to be is in the auto trade. So you can see, you literally could have, I allow 2 accounts in my auto trade. So you could have one account that is the feed. You could put it on a $100,000 demo account, tell it to bid the absolute minimum, and you could watch on the feed exactly every trade that's in my system. Then you could take account number 2 and you could be playing it like a musical instrument and bidding certain amounts based off of what you see going on in the main feed account. You could take certain pairs. You could activate certain pairs after they've gone maybe several trades deep and you're waiting for the next one to go in. I don't want to get too far into it because that's a manipulation. We are going to talk about that this week. But that could be done. You could do that. In fact, I think the ultimate system is to be bringing in both of my 10 pip automation feeds, 2 of them. One of them is your data account so you can see what the heck's going on. And the other one's your actual live trading account. You can best manipulate it at that level. So let's move on here. In fact, before we do, let's click the month at the top and sort the data. $1,351.23 closed in the last 30 days, roughly 4 weeks. I believe this account's been going that. Yeah, it has been going that long. And that is just a reference. You could have bid more and made more. You could bid less and make less. It all has to do with the balance on your account. So go back to the pause screen here. And in fact, what I probably should do, I've been putting like 30 seconds on the pause screen. I probably should put, maybe we'll do that right now. Let me up this to a minute. I'm not trying to pause that long, but let's see if I can increase this here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Give me a second. I'm going to increase it to 60, and we'll just kind of keep it there. That way when people are watching this, they're not like, hey, it's timing out all the time. Here, let me see if I can say that. So there we go, 59 second pause. So this gives me time to go look at the next account. So we looked at free signals, we looked at premium signals. Let's see what we're going to look at next. I'm going to look at this one. I don't normally look at this one. We're going to look at this one. Just for my auto trading friends, and then we'll get into some other ones. So stand by. I'm going to pull this up. Account 437 on my end. 437. Here we go. I'm going to show you this. This is a little bit revealing, but I'm going to show you something because I got a question last night, and I've answered this question a million times, and people kind of miss this. So let me put it up on the screen here. What we are looking at here, you're getting a huge advantage. We are looking at my automated feed, and you can see it in the comment here. One profitable trade. This feed takes a trade from my main system. My main system, I call it my 10 pip automation, because on average, that's about what it goes for per trade. 10 pips of profit. And we are in this EUR CAD trade, and we have been in it, this is just the market right now, since the 26th of January. So if we look at the 26th of January, so we've been in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. It is what it is, right? I've had people saying, "Can you speed it up? Can we take more?" Now I'll tell you an addition I'm going to do to this today. But this is the reality of Forex trading. I don't move the market. But we are in this trade. It absolutely will go profitable. This damn thing has went sideways for 9 days. Now, my one profitable trade feed is unique to those people that potentially want, and this isn't the only way to do it, but potentially want an account, a Forex trading account, on maybe even a small, you could do this on a large account, on a small, like let's say $1,000 account. This is designed for that. It's designed for a lot of different things, but primarily for the fact that you want to plug this in, auto trading to your small account. I don't mean to call it small. Don't get all emotional about it. $1,000 is a smaller account. I think a realistic Forex trading account is $10,000 plus. Gives you a lot of room, a lot of margin, a lot of leverage. You can make a decent income from it, given the fact that you're managing it properly. But nonetheless, this feed is designed to take one currency pair at a time and trade it to fruition. And it does its best to avoid the really highly volatile currency pairs. It just does. That's why I call it one profitable trade. Had someone message me this morning, I hope they're watching, that said, my account number 2 isn't taking any trades. Is it working? And I said, well, I've already told you. You're using my automated feed called the one profitable trade feed. It is slow and consistent and methodical. It takes the next trade. So when I turned, it's been turned on for a while, but when there was no trade available on 1/26/2024, EuroCAD came in, it took the trade, and we're in that trade. So if I hold my thumb over one of these trades and go to the chart, this is the 30-minute. Let's actually look at the day, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot this, and then I can zoom in for you. So these are all daily candles. And basically we entered, you can see we entered up in this area, and the price simply went against us. No big deal. Went against us. And now it's basically, so it's went against us, it's basically just gone sideways for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Yeah, it's just went sideways. That's what the market does, my friends. That's what it does. Eventually, we'll get some movement, and this thing will push up to the take profit line. It'll take profit. My AI system will look for the next trade. It'll work out for everybody. Okay. That's just how it is. And you want, this, people need this dopamine hit. Oh, it's not trading. I need a lot of trades. I need a lot of trades. And then to get a lot of trades, and it goes in really deep, and their drawdown goes way too far, and their margin level percent is down at 99%. And they're like, Terry, what do I do now? What do I do now? I go, well, you stop. You first recognize you're a drug addict. Dopamine is a drug released, I think, by your brain, but yeah, it just cascades over your brain, just makes you feel good, right? Seeing a lot of trades and a lot of movement, I'm making a lot of money, it feels good. It is an absolute drug addiction. Why do you think I say that I'm a degenerate gambler? That's my brain, right? That's how it works. I've become a relatively intellectual gambler and made a pretty damn good system here that if anybody paid attention to in the marketplace, they would do really well. The concept of me giving away free Forex signals on the internet is painful to approach for most people, because I'll tell you what, before I started this, I knew what I was offering was really good. Probably top level in the industry. Has it taken off yet? No, we just got started, right? I just published this idea about the beginning of the year. I haven't even started advertising yet. Basically just a few people that knew me and few YouTube videos bringing in a trickle of people, right? Wait till I start advertising. It's going to blow up. But before I started this, I went out and I created a spreadsheet, and I actually went to YouTube and I looked for different videos that reviewed free signal services, and they're all over. Free Forex signals are all over. And I created a spreadsheet. I found 22 that seemed I could keep up with. I followed them. I put them on $10,000 account, and I would take a couple one day, lose. I literally took a $10,000 account down to $16 taking free signal trades. So I get it. Like, they just suck. And it's not that Forex signals suck, it's the people pushing them out there. It's the people that are providing this to you that really what they do is they create a free signals group on Telegram. You can't comment, you just take the signal. You lose. So there's nobody in the group going, we're losing every trade. What's wrong with you, right? Whereas if you look at my group, Discord, if we were losing, I guess you could comment that and the place would go to hell right in the open chat area, right? Yeah, probably would. All right, so let me get rid of that screenshot. Delete screenshots. We're back at the live. Let me delete that. So this is just the reality of it. But this works really well. This particular trade feed works really well on a smaller account. Just does. It absolutely. Now here's the other power of it. You could put this on a larger account. You could put this on a $10,000+ account and trade this feed, and you could bid, let's come back here, outrageous amounts. I'm bidding, this is a feed, so I'm sending out the trades at, in fact, this is a good example. I'm sending out the trades at 01, 01, 01, and then finally, as we went into trade 4, I upped it to 0.02 lot size, right? So if you were bidding $10 on the first one, you bid 10 on the next, bid 10 on the third, and then you bid $20 or a 2.0 on the fourth, and this would be a massively profitable trade. You could trade the one profitable trade feed for a year on a $10,000 account and do massively well and greatly reduce your risk because you're not in so many trades. When you look at the next feed, which I'm going to show you, which is the actual auto, or it's a sample, it's the auto trade feed going to a smaller account, like a $3,000 account. We'll look at that next. It tends to overtax the account if you're overbidding. Overbidding means overbidding for your account size. Someone said, what's the minimum account I can open to use your signals? You can trade my signals with $10. You'll only be able to trade one currency pair at a 0.01 or 10-cent lot size, and that might push that account a little bit. Maybe I'd say the minimum is $100. But if you can play this instrument, which is my feed, and we will talk about those manipulations a lot more coming up in the future. Every day I'm going to pick something to kind of basically instruct on that's related to my system. And one of the big ones, obviously today we're talking about, if you're brand new, we're going to go over some Forex stuff you need to know. But moving forward, I will do different manipulations you could do to the auto feed, or even if you're taking free signals, different manipulations you could do that would make you massively more profitable. All right, so let's pause this again. And what I'm going to look at next, I'm going to pull up the auto feed. So let me get the account number here. It is 945. So let me pull this up. 945. Here it is. So I'll share this. This is the auto feed, currently $77 in drawdown, taking every trade that is being sent out from the auto feed right now. We started this at $3,000. We are in a balance. We have a balance of $3,343. Quite a few trades were in here. Probably not even going to count all those, couple dozen. And then amount closed last night, you can see on the day, is $7.29. That's a general reference. You could have bid more, probably would have bid more. But if you have a small account, I'll give you an example. I know one of our members started. Everybody kind of does this. It's okay. I'm not giving anybody a hard time. But everybody's like, everybody holds onto their money real tight. And I used to do that. Money replenishes. There is an endless amount of money out there. If you've developed a habit in your life that when you get some money, you hold on to it so dearly, you end up only ever having that much money. I started to make endless amounts of money when I would take that money and do something with it, whether it be buying an educational course or, in this case, Forex. And I get it, but people will start out with very small accounts, and without my guidance, they'll take my full auto trade system and turn it on full blast. And I've seen people come back and go, maybe they started bidding $1 per pip on a $1,000 account. And in 3 weeks, over 3 weeks, they're like, oh my God, Terry, this thing does not lose. Look at all these trades last night. I could have bid $1 here instead of 10 cents, right? Every one of these won. But we will get into a market condition where one or two currency pairs start to really push hard against us. We're always going to win. It's a mathematical fact. We're always going to win. But if you bid too much on the front, you're going to bid a overly bid amount on the end if a currency pair does go against us. I try to prevent that, but again, I don't control the market. And if you're not trading all the currency pairs and you're not overbidding, a small account can handle this all day long. So I just started an example live account, and I'm going to show that to you. It's not going to be a whole lot different than this. I put $1,000 into an Eagle FX account, and I'm bidding absolute minimum, and I said trade 10 currency pairs. Just pick 10, pick the most active 10. You basically just say, I want to trade 10, right, in my particular system. Now, what I'm describing to you here is extremely advanced. You don't have access to this, where I can say, out of 22 currency pairs, only send me 10. But if you want some custom consulting and you want to spend extra money and get my intelligence from there, then we can set something like that up potentially. But it's not cheap. Nonetheless, you could do this. How would you do that with my current system on your own? You'd pull in all 22 currency pairs into the Social Trader Tools copy trade system. You'd let 10 trades, 10 currency pairs go into play, and then you go into the Social Trader Tools and you'd say only trade those 10 pairs. Click, 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 only trade in those 10 pairs. It's the same thing. Does it take a little bit of manipulation effort and a little bit of creative thinking? Yes, it does. But that's essentially how it's done. So yeah, if we look at this, so that's for the day. If I look at this over the week, let me erase this. $136 over the week, and I don't. Let me see how long this has been running, and $343 over the past 30 days. I don't think it's actually been running that long, but this is an example. So a $3,000 account's completely handling this. Can we do some math here? So let's call this 3 weeks that it's been active. A $3,000 account, 500 leverage, taking every one of my trades from the auto trade feed at the minimum lot size, has done a 34% return on investment in 3 weeks. We're in a pretty good market. We're in a really good market. So don't think it's not possible. What I don't like to do is when people say, well, I have a $500 account and what should I do? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a gambling hack. I have no idea what I'm talking about. What we're seeing here is pure luck. I had lucked up onto a system that works. And I'm sharing it with the world. So, don't take my advice. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Now, let's pause this. And let me go back to my account list and see which one I'm going to show you. We did have a nice gold trade this morning that I posted. So let's see. I have not looked at this one. Give me a second. Let me look at this first before I share anything, because it might scare people. It might scare me. First time I'm looking at this account today. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, nothing really to show here. This is my big account taking signals from my system, and I'm not going to show it because it's in about an $81,000 drawdown, 1,500% margin level. We looked at this yesterday. It's in a couple trades, EuroCAD and USD Chief, which are just moving like snails sideways. So not too worried about that. We'll come back to that. I'd like to kind of show the profits on that. Let me look at the next account I'm going to share. So give me a second here. Let's see. That is, let's look at the gold account real quick. I did a gold trade this morning. In fact, I'll show you that in the group, and then I can show you the trade. It is right here. So I'll share this. We are currently in no trades. However, if I go to the browser or my desktop, let me see if I can open something here. And then I will share this with you. Right here. So here we are. This is the gold trade I posted this morning. I entered a buy, and you can see I gave the stop loss and take profit. Take profit is 2036. I then was like, you know what? I'm going to scale into this more because my take profit is not that big. So I did scale into it. Let's scroll this a little bit so I can see both of these. So I added another. You can see it's the same stop loss, same take profit, and then we closed out pretty quick. So a $252 profit, $236 profit with a total profit of $476 on gold. Now, someone asked me yesterday. They were like, I'm taking all your gold trades, and the one we took yesterday lost. Yeah, we lost like $678 yesterday. In fact, I'm not going to lie. I shouldn't say we lost. We were way up in profits for the week anyway. But if you look at the week, I'm up 3,481 for the week. Sorry, I'm not sharing that. My mistake. Now I'm sharing it. We're up $3,481 for the week. And yeah, back here, let me draw it on the screen. Stand by, dealing with my tech. So let's see. So what I say, $3,481.35 up for the week. And yeah, this was, I believe, yesterday's trade. Got at a loss. Now, this one shows a loss. In fact, but I believe that was a basket of trades. Maybe it wasn't. But nonetheless, now, here's why I don't call these losses. Okay? That trade took a loss. I'm not at a loss for the week. I'm not. $3,481. I might be at a loss for the month. I don't know. Let's see. Nope, I'm up 3,000. Sorry, I'll erase that. $3,256 for the month of this trading account. And really, I think I've only been taking these or sharing these gold trades for a couple weeks. So, no trades right now. Started out at a $10,000 account. We're up to $13,256. These gold trades that I share in the group, they are absolutely in beta right now. I am testing a system. It does extremely well. The unfortunate part about it, for me, maybe not for you, is 90% of these trades go off at like 1 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning. And frankly, folks, I'm sleeping. So I have the ability, and I've not done it yet, to automate this, to send these trades out. But I continue to test, and I probably will do it. It would take me an entire day to program the auto trade feed. And then I thought about this last night. I've said this. I'm going to move the gold trades, because right now I'm doing them manually, sharing them manually. I'm going to move those to the premium area. They certainly will go to the premium area once I automate it. Now, when I automate it, it is in two different ways. I can automatically send you the signal, which is, what we're essentially doing here, free signals, premium signals, or I can turn it into an auto feed. But I have to tell you this, and a new person didn't really understand this. Gold is not as crazy volatile as US 30 or SPX 500, but it's volatile. And it's the kind of thing where you can take a trade and earn enough money to buy a house, or take a trade and lose everything you ever owned, ever, and every dollar you've ever made in your life, right? It's extremely volatile. So, could you take the gold trade signals that I send on a $10,000 account and bid $1, do pretty well over a year? Yes, you could. But people don't want to do that. People want to get rich overnight. They also love to lose their money overnight. Don't listen to me. I'm an absolute degenerate gambling hack. However, what I've got here is doing pretty well. Now, let's go on one more pause. And let me see if there's what other accounts I might want to share. So let's see, there's that. Oh, I did tell you I was going to show you my sample $1,000 live account. I will do that right now. In fact, I haven't even looked at it today. So give me a second. Let me pull it up. I just started this, 2 days ago? So let me share this. So just started this. You can see I'm at I've made 15 bucks, right? I'm bidding the absolute minimum. This is my automated feed, taking 10 currency pairs total of the 22. Not any specific 10. I let it trade until it had opened 10 currency pairs, and then I said only trade those 10. So it'll trade all of those to fruition. As those 10, maybe at some point only 5 are trading out of those 10. I'll open the thing back up, let it grab 5 more over time as they come in, and then limit it to only those 10 currency pairs. There right there, my friend, is a massive manipulation secret that you can do with my automated feed. Let it trade, let it pull in what it's going to pull in, and then, stop it. So you can see here, my margin level percent's 3,900. Man, I'll go sleep all day, I'll nap all day long on that margin level percent. That's no big deal. There's quite a few trades open what, maybe a couple dozen. And if you look at the history, it's made $4.46 overnight. Not a lot, right? This is the kind of thing where if you want a $1,000 account, you're not going to get rich overnight. But I'll guarantee you this account will, I probably, let me tell you what, in my experience, if I just let this thing run for an entire 12 months, I believe, I'm trying to think of some of the data from the past that I've looked at. I believe that this account would probably go from $1,000 to $5,000. 500%. I'm pretty sure it would do that. Could you do more as the account grows? Can you increase your bid size? Absolutely. In fact, if you want to make the most amount of money, you sit here with your mobile phone, and like I said earlier, you just pay attention to what's going on. Oh, this one's pretty good, right? Like, I'll give you an example. Let me show you a manipulation example where you can make a lot of money doing this. So let's take a currency pair here. Let me look through the list. Let's look at a currency pair that's gone at least 3 trades deep. So we got AUD USD has went at least 3 deep. I know that, let's take a look here. USD CAD, NZD USD has went 3 deep right here. Okay. And in fact, it's probably deeper than that, because if we're getting an O2 on trade 3, that means the system probably already had 1 or 2 of these NZD USD trades. That's just my knowledge of the system, right? So let's take a look at NZD USD on the chart real quick. I'm going to show you a pretty awesome manipulation that you can do here. So we'll look at the chart, and I'm going to take a screenshot and zoom in so I can show you what we're looking at here. So the TP is a couple down. Zoom this in. So right now the price is right here, and I believe, let me look on my, well, I can scroll over. Look at which one it is. So it's that one. Yeah, so this line right here is the take profit. So this is the day chart. There's going to be quite a bit of, there's quite a bit of movement in between those two. You absolutely could use this as a, and I want you to think here, as a data signal. Something doesn't look right here. There we go. You could absolutely use this as a data signal, and you could say to yourself on this NZD USD, in fact, if you want to do it right now, you could take this trade. In fact, I'll open it up. I'll let you do this if you're watching live. You could take this NZD USD trade, because here's the profit, 0.60972. You could go in pretty heavy on this, depending on your account size, and do really well. You didn't have to take this trade. You didn't have to take this trade in the sequence. You're taking the third one, and this particular sequence we're seeing, you're bidding a little bit heavier, right? Taking some risk. Again, degenerate gambler, you'll probably lose all your money if you do what I say. However, this could be extremely profitable. Do an NZD USD sell trade right now at a, if you have a demo account, hell, go in at $100 per pip. If you have a big enough account, and set your take profit to 0.60972, you'll do extremely well. Could this trade continue to push against us and add more trades? Absolutely. So you'll have to maybe pay attention to that. But the concept is here. I'm more so showing you a concept than, hey, look, $1 million trade right here. I'm just saying it's a concept. You can manipulate this system however you want to manipulate it. So it's made $4.46 today, and $15.01 so far. It's been a day and a half, right? So, if you do the math on that, what are we talking? Let's say it makes $15 a day, right? So if you have 20 trading days a month and times 12 months, so that's 240 trading days. So 240 times $15, that account will make $3,600 on the current trajectory. The truth is, we're in a pretty slow market. So remember I told you turn 1,000 into 5,000. No promises. You can always also turn your $1,000 into $0. Okay, but it's just math, right? Just using the math. The calculator doesn't lie unless you type in the wrong numbers. So let me pause this one more time. I believe that is all of the accounts I want to show you, and then we'll get into some kind of like intellectual training. I know I'm out of the frame in the camera here. I keep scooting in and farther and farther. Actually sitting in my RV at the dinette table, looking out at the sun coming up. You can see my face a little bit brighter. So, out in the middle of the Southwest desert, all by myself, not another person. I haven't seen or talked to another person in 3 weeks. I love it. So, okay, we are paused. Let me see if there's any more accounts. There are nothing significant. I got a couple prop accounts that I'm running, but I'm running them extremely slowly, and from what I can see, nothing exciting is happening. Let me look at one thing here. Yeah, relatively small. So let's come back to the premium. I'm sorry, let's come back to the free signals. Let me look up the account number here because I can't memorize all these. 849. Let me pull this up. That way we can watch this on screen. Here we are. Now let's do some just some verbal. Let's talk about. We're looking at the platform here. In fact, one thing I didn't look at is if anybody's watching this morning. I see Mark. Mark, the most successful trader in the group, the only one that seems to show up to the live and make any comments. Huh. Does that make sense? The most successful trader still shows up to the live trading? Oh, interesting. I know a lot of other people, they watch the replay. I'm hoping. I haven't really checked on that. So what did you say, Mark? It says, it may not be cheap to be able to access the system, to be able to manipulate, but once you learn how to properly use it, yeah. I mean, it's like I'm giving away my intellectual property. You can pretty much, with my current auto trading system on the Social Trader Tools account, Mark has the advanced high level stuff. And no, Mark, you can't tell other people what it is. You're under a not NDA. But nonetheless, Mark got in years ago when I was almost giving it away, right? But now, if I upgraded someone to my advanced system like Mark has, the minimum I'd charge for it is probably $10,000. Probably should be a minimum of $25,000. So Mark says it's priceless. It's just you can do the exact same thing with my auto trading system and Social Trader Tools, but you have to kind of know. And you have to pay attention to it. Like, for example, if you turn the full auto system on and you don't want to trade, you have a smaller account, you don't want to trade all 22 pairs, you let it slowly ding, 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 open up 10 pairs. You write down what are those 10 pairs, and then you go over to Social Trader Tools and you go into the symbol section, you go only trade these 10 pairs. Click, 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 click. Enabled, right? That's how you do it. And then, if you wanted to trade 10 pairs and now you only got 8 that are trading, even though you said 10, you can go open up again, wait till you get 2 more pairs that come in, and then trade only those 10 pairs. So it's pretty simple. It's just a manipulation that most people, unfortunately, just want to turn it on and walk away. I just want to make a lot of money without looking at this. Okay. You might look at it 6 months from now and it has a ton of money in it, or you might look at it 6 months from now and it has minus $16.42. Right? It is what it is. So let's take this as an opportunity of what I'm in. I don't teach trading. I don't think you need to go out and learn trading. It will only mess you up because you'll be like, well, Terry, latest Guru X on YouTube said that I should set a stop loss. And Terry, I can see here on your trade, oh my God, there's no stop loss. What, are you doing it wrong, Terry? Am I going to lose everything? It's my way of trading, and I don't set a stop loss. I mathematically scale in to a trade. You might call it dollar cost averaging. I know that's kind of a stretch for the concept of dollar cost averaging. It's called Forex cost averaging, maybe. Maybe that's, we can give our own term to it. Derek says, haha, walk away, good luck. You got to monitor. Yeah, you got to pay attention to what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on. If you've decided to trade 10 currency pairs out of the 22 and it's smoking along, and then all of a sudden one of those currency pairs goes massively south on you, then maybe you should get out of some of the other trades you're in, reduce your margin level percent. I'll put it on the screen here. Reduce your margin level percent a little bit and give some more margin to that trade that's gone a little bit farther against you. If you're not paying attention to that stuff, you can't do that. Some people just look at it and go, it's going really bad. It's going really bad. Oops, I lost everything. Well, there's all kinds of things you can do. You could be in the group saying, hey, I got myself into this trade. I bid this. It's probably more than I should have. Looks like it's going farther against me. Give me a screenshot. Let me take a look at it. I'll go, oh, okay, well, based off of the data, and here's what's going on. Here's what you probably should do. I might literally look at your trade and go, looks like you're going to take it on the chin there, my friend. You went too far. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm a gambling hack. You probably will lose everything if you listen to what I'm saying. However, I am pretty good at this. I'm damn good at my system. I know what it's doing at any given time of the day. I've got notifications set up. In fact, we haven't heard any, but it's like ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what's going on? What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. All right. Oh, everything's fine. You do have to monitor it. I call it manage it. Some people, I've actually had people when I said, well, you got to pay attention to it. Well, maybe I shouldn't do this. What do you mean you shouldn't do this? I'm like, they've already paid the money. They're in here connecting their account up. They're like, what should I bid? You should bid the minimum. Well, how much am I going to make? Am I going to cover my costs? I don't know. How about we take a trade first, right? So I get it. I mean, if you're the kind of person that said that to me, you're going to think I'm talking about you. Everybody says that to me. What's my magical bid? Come on, guys. Right? Get in there and get a feel for it. If you're that scared to lose your few $100s, trade demo. And you have to be able to trade a demo account and feel what it would feel like if that's actual real money. Because demo accounts, man, you're like, oh shit, I'm at 72% margin level and I'm about to margin out. Whatever. Lays the phone down, goes to sleep. You're not going to do that with a live account. You shouldn't. Because you can manage this system. And it's unique. There's no, well, here's exact 3 steps to management. It's, let me take a look at what you got. What'd you do? What trade are you in? Okay. So I've done a lot here. So and I've already talked a lot about what I would talk about in terms of what we're looking at here. So let's talk about this as if people have no idea. I don't get that. Speak to us, great Doug Henning. What are you talking about? I have no idea. Some sort of inside joke that only that person knows. So let's just take a look at this screen here, and let me point out some things. This is all just logical. The balance at the top here is your deposit plus whatever you've earned. Okay? The equity, I don't really pay much attention to that. Okay? I could tell you what that is, but let's just be clear about this. I'm not trying to be a Forex trading scholar. I'm going to tell you what I look at. I'm going to tell you what you need to know. I look at my balance. I made $469 since I've opened this account. Okay? I do not look at margin. There's some effectiveness to it, blah, blah, blah. I look at this. Margin level percent. Okay? Now, this is a $100,000 account. This is a demo account. It's my data account. This is sending out the free signals. This account will never It will never have a margin level percent at a $100,000 account bidding a 0.10 or a 0.20. It's not going to margin out. It's not. If it did, I have this at a broker where I could do a demo deposit and just make it bigger, right? It's not gonna do that many trades. It's not gonna do so many trades at $1 or $2 or whatever it scales to, where it's gonna blow out a $100,000 account, right? So this is also a good example. If we look at this over a year, and I have not had this particular account open a year, it's only been a month, right? So a $100,000 account bidding $1 has made $469 in basically the past month. If you look at the history here, yeah, $469.73. If I look back, I actually opened this on the 12th, so we're not even a month in, okay? So nonetheless, the things that I look at here is certainly I like to know how much I'm making, but I typically go to the history tab down here at the bottom and just sort it out over a day, week, month. So that's one thing. Let's talk about margin level percent, because I'd probably put 98% of my effort into understanding this. It's a mathematical equation of some of the numbers above. I know what it is. It's pointless to know what it is or what the mathematical computation is. This is a reference to stare at. At a level of, let me write this on here, at a level of 69%, you can see we're at 109,000% right now. We got a long way to go to margin this account out. At 69%, you will get a trade that closes, and the comment will say this: SO. Stopped out by the broker. When this number gets down to 69%, now sometimes it's different at different brokers, could be 50%, could be 70%, but typically a broker at 69% margin level, all of your trades will have been in the negative, most likely. They will just start closing them down. Force loss, force loss, force loss, force loss. And you'll go, what? What happened? What happened was you overtaxed, overbid, overleveraged your account. And margin level percent is a function of your balance and your drawdown. Pretty simple. What is our we have no drawdown right now. We're in a positive $21.90. It's fluctuating back and forth. When people see this number at the top here and it's red, let's say it was minus, let's say it was red and it was $2,000. Well, Terry, you said your trades never lose, and I'm at a negative 2,000. No, you're not. You are not at a negative 2,000. The automated system or your trades are using $2,000 of your account balance to buy contracts for difference. That's what these are called, CFD, contracts for difference. And it's using $2,000 to potentially generate a profit. Now, that $2,000 down is not a loss unless you close the trades. Very important to know that. That $2,000 down could move to a plus $100, and then you'd be at $100 profit. And some people are like, well, I was $2,000 down, and now I'm only $100 up. Yeah, not really. It was using, again, if this number at the top here is red, then it's using that amount of money to buy contracts and eventually get you into the blue. That's the idea. But at a 69% margin percent level right here is when the broker forces you trades closed. And if you ever see a bunch of trades close and you go look at the comments section, you'll see that it says SO. SO. Where's the comment? The comment, if we go to a closed trade, I'll show you here. Let's go to the history, just open up. The comment is right here. I post FX with Terry signals free. I transmit that comment to the account, so I can at least see what it does. You would see in here 69, and then you'd probably see the letters SO if it forced those trades closed. That is a huge, 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 huge thing that you need to know. Now, The next thing, and I'm going to overly simplify this, when we are bidding this 0.10, I call it $1. There are technically, that's not 100% right because of the tick movements and the calculation of, it's called the pip value, PIP. I don't even remember what that stands for. I don't give a shit. It's a pip. 1 pip at $1 is $1. 2 pips movement at $1 is $2. So on and so forth. So that's your bid, right? Now a 0.01 bid is 10 cents. And it goes in multiple factors of that. 0.02 is 20 cents. And I know I'm being basic for you guys that know what's going on, but there's a lot of people coming in that have no idea how Forex works. So how do I manipulate that bid? If I were to click, and we'll do this, if I were to click the plus at the top here, I'm going to click that. It takes me to the trade entry panel. Now you can see I was trading gold earlier, and I don't want to take any trades on this because this is a signal, right? But I can at least show you here. So let me actually choose a currency pair we would trade, NZD USD. Okay. So I choose that at the top. Market execution is what I want. There's a lot of different types of trades. Just do market execution. Let's not complicate that. And then my bid right here. If I hit buy or sell right now, I would buy or sell NZD USD at 1.00. 1.00 is $10. So let's actually, now you can use these areas over here. If you click it, it subtracts 0.01 or 0.1 and then it adds. I really don't use those. What I do, and I will, is I just click this area. And you can see I get my control, so I'll just put it at nothing. Let's say I want to bid the minimum bid, 0.01. Actually, I did that wrong. I got to do 0.01. Sorry, so you got to be very specific here. 0.01. Rarely do I type that in. So I'm bidding 10 cents. Now I can back out and bid 50 cents, 0.05. I can back both of those out and bid $5, 0.50. That's all that is. You'll get used to those mathematics, okay? People start asking, what are these? This is the current price with the spread, or basically a fee that you're going to pay whether you buy or sell. I don't pay attention to that stuff. It doesn't matter. I don't necessarily, like, you do get my signal that says enter at a certain price. It's not telling you to enter at that price. It's saying just enter the buy. Just enter, like if right now, if I got a signal, hell, if I got a signal 6 hours ago and it still is not in profit, I can go in and just hit buy on that currency pair. Certainly make sure you know what your bid amount is. And as long as it's not in profit yet, so I can hit buy, and then I can come back to this area. Remember, we don't use a stop loss unless I'm trading gold, so you'll see some of that stuff. But we can set to take profit. That's an important part. That means when the price gets to that area, it will automatically close that trade out in profit. So if I click this area with my thumb, it puts in what the current price is right now. Now, I don't want my take profit to be there because it's going to close the trade down right away. What I do is I just back out of there, and you'll notice my signals give you a take profit, right? So we'll call it something above where it's at. So where's it at? 0.611120. So we'll go 0.63550 just for the heck of it. Okay, so it would take that, and then if I'm doing that after I've entered the trade, instead of sell and buy down here, it's going to say modify, and I just click modify, and the trade is modified. Pretty simple. Very simple. So I would almost tell you that I just gave you everything you need to know about Forex trading. Now, we can go look at some other things. If I go back here, and then we go to the quotes area, if you're brand new and you're wanting to take let me see if it's on. You're wanting to take a GBP JPY trade. It's not in my quotes. I have no GBP JPY. Why not? Oh man, what's wrong? What you got to do is you got to click this plus symbol in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to click the Forex. So I'm looking for Forex currency pairs. And I'm going to scroll down here until I see GBP JPY. Right there it is. Okay. All I got to do is hit the green plus button, GBP JPY. Boom, takes it out of that list. Erase, I click done. When I come back, it'll be there at the bottom. There it is. If I want to trade GBP JPY, I hold my thumb over that till I get either trade, chart, or details. I can hit trade, and now I can manipulate. I can set my bid, enter sell or buy. I'm in the trade. I can come back and let me show you how you modify. Let me show you how you modify a trade. So I would just hit sell or buy right now. Whatever the signal was, I'm in the trade. Okay, I want to get the best price I can, so I'm going to get in it as quick as I can. Now, if I come back here, and let's say I want to modify this particular trade. Okay, so I can hold. I'm going to hold my thumb over this trade, and it opens up, and it gives me the modify option. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And now, what do I want to modify? Let's say I want to modify the take profit. And I'm not going to do it on this one because this is a live signal trade, I would change or set my take profit right here. You can use the plus or the minus buttons, or you can just highlight it, back out of it. Because if I do this, I could erase it all by clicking this down here, and I could type in the take profit that I sent to you, and then once that is set properly, I just click modify, and it will modify, and the take profit will be set inside. So I'd have to say that what I just showed you is everything you need to know about Forex trading. Like everything. That's it. Forex trading 101. Because here's the thing. You will lose all of your money for sure if you go out and think that there's some sort of magical strategy, magical indicator, magical system that can predict. My system is the magical system that predicts the future. Follow this, take my signals, make it really easy on yourself, go into full auto, make it even easier on yourself, learn how to manipulate the full auto, play it like a little piano, play your own favorite song, and you'll do extremely well. Go ahead and ask questions inside of what I just said, but I gave you everything. I may not have leaned on any one thing as much as you might have needed, but you've got it all. You now learned everything you need to know about Forex trading, as it also pertains to using my system. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go to a chart and go down to the 5-minute time frame and say, well, it looks like, watch this is what people do. On the 5-minute time frame, okay, looks like the price has been decreasing. Okay, so we probably should sell, right? Well, let's look at a higher time frame. So that was the 15-minute. Let's go to the 30-minute. Okay, 30-minute looks like I should sell also. Let's go up to the 1 hour. Okay, 1 hour is kind of going sideways here. All right, let's go to the 4 hour. 4 hours going up. Huh. Okay. Well, it was telling me to. Let's go higher. Let's go to the daytime frame. Up. Daytime's going up. Okay. Well, hell, let's go higher. Let's look at the week. What's the weekly doing? Well, the week's going down. What do I do? Do I buy or do I sell, or I don't know, right? That's why you use my system, because that's all a bunch of bullshit. I love and hate to see people on the internet. I said this yesterday, where they scroll back and go, well, you know, if you notice, the price bottomed out right here. It bottomed out right here. So what I did was I went into a buy trade, and I'm now a millionaire. I also can read the future. I can read your mind. And you, my friend, will meet the love of your life tomorrow on a hike. Yes, because I know everything. They don't. Sounds good. In fact, guess why people love it? You ready? They're drug addicts for dopamine. Oh, finally. I can see right there that I should have bought. And this guy says that he bought. So if I just follow this guy, you know how much money I've paid to people that had me believing that? Well over $100,000 in the last 8 years, easily. And I was like, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm not trying to be a jerk like I know what I'm talking about. Listen, guys, I'm a gambling hack. I got lucky. The system I'm giving you crushes. Absolute crushes. I've bought at least another $10,000 worth of robots in the last 2-3 years. Not one of them came even close to the consistency and profitability of this system, even in the worst times. Worst times meaning market was really bad and or the system was over trading. So it gets better and better and better. I don't see any questions in. So apparently I'm entertaining the hell out of you guys, and everything I say makes sense. Awesome. You will all be millionaire traders. Namaste. So that's it. Went a little bit longer this morning because I definitely want to start teaching the people in the group here that are absolutely brand new to live fearless, trade fearlessly, trade without emotions, look at the numbers. You know, you start getting emotional about your trading, do me a favor, open up the calculator and start typing numbers. Tell me how emotional that makes you feel. If it makes you feel emotional, get out. But don't be emotional about simple numbers. That's it. So Wednesday, February 7th, we'll wrap it up. I don't see any particular questions. Again, I must be giving you guys like $1 million worth of consulting and advice because all of my words are perfect. Probably not. That's it. I will see you tomorrow, February 8th at 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. And if you're in the group already, do me a favor. Start sharing your screenshots. Even if you embarrassingly have a demo account and you lost everything. I want to see what you're doing. Until you can see this over and over and over again and stare at your mobile device and watch the feed and watch the trades, you're not going to understand what's going on at any given time. But I'm in the group every minute of every day. And I'm there to answer your questions. So that's it for the live. Appreciate you joining me. I will see you tomorrow morning. Take care.